Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about making a car flipping business profitable. Because if you want to grow your car flipping business to 6 figures or more, most people think it takes a massive budget, car knowledge, connections in the game, yada, yada, yada. And if I'm honest, these things do play a part in it, but what are the main fundamentals that anyone can use to make thousands of dollars a day flipping cars? I can remember starting car flipping with my shitty 1997 Honda CR-V that my brother had sold me as a pass-me-down. I had no knowledge of cars, had never even owned one before, not to mention I knew nothing about the business. But using these fundamentals I'm about to teach you, even after crashing the car 3 times and putting over 10,000 kilometers on it, I sold it for a $700 profit. And after this first flip, I was on the trajectory to do 10K each month using car flipping as a side hustle. Remember, I still had a full-time job and I was making triple my income off of these fundamentals. The reason I'm telling you all this is because yes, money, knowledge about cars, and blah, blah, blah is all super important in my success, though it is not needed to get started. And that is why these fundamentals are so important. So today I want to talk about the 5 fundamentals you need to understand before you get started. A little bit about the money side of things and a bit about marketing and sales. Number 1, where and how to find flippable vehicles. Number 2, getting the best price. Number 3, closing deals. Number 4, value adds. Number 5, selling and marketing. So where and how do you find flippable vehicles? Your acquisition process needs to start with the clarity that you are not an average buyer. You're not going to spend 5 minutes a day on Facebook Marketplace and expect deals to fall into your lap. Let me give you an example of what acquisition actually looks like. Spending 30 minutes to 2 hours a day searching old and new listings on Facebook and Kijiji. Going 2 to 5 hours out of the city to buy good deals. Constantly building high value connections in the game. It's crazy. People think, what amount of work can I get away with and still make money? Think the other way. What can I do to ensure I make the most amount of money? Why and where would somebody sell their car for a low amount of money? I'll give you an example. I don't sit around all day and wait for deals to come to me. I message every possible deal online, whether posted 10 minutes ago or 10 months ago, whether 5 kilometers from me or 500 kilometers from me. Then you have to message with a question that they actually want to reply with, not some bullshit statement that they hear from thousands of other buyers. My favorite is when people say, I asked them if it was still available and they didn't respond to me. Yeah, no shit, they didn't respond to you. You sound like the other 50 people that are messaging about their vehicle. Use something like, I have cash in hand and I want to purchase tonight. When can I come? Simple, straight to the point, and easy to build off of. How you approach this side hustle is the first thing you need to focus on. Next is, what are the reasons people sell their cars for cheap? Is it because there's a small fix that they don't want to deal with? Or it might be that they're in a shitty market and their car won't sell. Or they've moved provinces and brought their old car with. Some of the best deals I've found have been out of province cars. I do this because when a car is registered in my province, but it has been relocated, people discount it by an outrageous amount because people from Alberta don't want to buy a Saskatchewan car, and vice versa. Next, it is a great idea to build connections in the industry because you can only find so many good deals on your own. So when you have relationships with other dealers, tow truck drivers, junkyard owners, and the foundation of that relationship is when you get a vehicle, call me so I get first dibs. This is a great way to not only build trustworthy business partners, but also make an absurd amount of money while you do it. Number 2, getting the best price. Every dollar you negotiate off the price is a dollar you make. Now, to be clear, we aren't counting our pennies. If somebody won't come down by $100 and it's a deal breaker for you, you shouldn't fucking be there in the first place. That being said, a common known fact when reselling cars is nobody's 100% firm on their price. And the difference between a $500 flip or a $1,000 flip could legitimately just come down to your first offer. So when you're looking at a vehicle, find things you can point out that will get you closer to your ideal price. And those things might be rust they didn't show off in the pictures, a sound they didn't mention, some unexpected surprise that you can leverage to get a discounted price. Remember, we're on their side. Negotiating shouldn't be a fight, it should be a dance. We want to get the best deal, and to do this, we've got to keep the seller happy. When you bring up these issues that you find, picture it as some kind of compliment sandwich. Start with the compliment about the car or a reason you'd like to buy it, then the issue, and then complete it with, I really wish I could buy the car because of how great it runs, but I just wasn't expecting all this rust. This is a great way of keeping them on your side, but also giving them a reason to drop the price. Now that they're closer to your price, when you're ready to offer, show them the cash and offer something you expect them to say no to. When you do this, you automatically bring them as close to their lowest price as you can without constantly going back and forth. This makes the whole process much more natural and a lot easier. Number 3, closing deals. Once you've closed the deal, you need a bill of sale and the information required to fill it out. I've added a link to a free template you can download and use for this. It is extremely important you get their phone number and information because we want to have this person as a connection in the future in case they have a friend or a relative that needs to sell a car. Or maybe an unexpected problem comes up with a car and you need to ask them a question. Either way, this is extremely important because you want to protect your ass and you want to scale your business. Number 4, value adds. What is it actually that you're adding to the vehicle? I want to be clear, you were never going to become a millionaire off of car flipping unless you're adding value to the cars you're selling. There are times you can get away with picking a car up and selling it for a little bit more and making a couple $100. But if you're serious and you want to take it to the next level, you'll need to add value. Whether it's a detail, fixing issues with the car itself, or bringing the car to a more competitive market so that you can sell it for higher, you've got to be clear on how you're gonna add value. Number 5, selling and marketing. This is the last fundamental you have to learn, and it might be the most important skill I've implemented into my repertoire. But what is it? Firstly, marketing. Marketing is how people perceive the car you're selling. Just think about it. When you put zero amount of effort in your photos, when you have a poor formulated description, the likelihood that a customer will even want to message you is way lower than if you clean the car, show it off, make a description that's not only eye-catching, but is booming with value. There's so much that goes into making an ad that it will have to be its own lesson separately, but remember, no one will click on your ad if it's not shiny. Now, it's no secret that car sales is the biggest monopoly for salespeople, and this brings me to my last point, and that's selling. Picture the parable of 2 merchants. 2 men selling apples in a bustling market. Same product, same price. The first man, he asked people what they wanted. Sweet for pies, tarts for snacks, and he helped them pick. He even threw in an occasional apple. While the second man, I sell apples, take it or leave it. The first man's stall blew up. People came back, brought friends, they spread their word. While the second man, crickets. The moral? Selling isn't only about the product, it's about the connection. Help people and they'll help you win. Take this when you're going into a car sale. You've got to be personable, you've got to be likable, and you've got to be someone they actually want to buy from. Now in conclusion, flipping cars isn't just about finding deals. It's about mastering every step of the process, from sourcing the vehicles to negotiating prices to building relationships and adding value. Success in this game requires clarity, effort, and strategy. The difference between average and exceptional car flippers is simple. How much work are you willing to put in? And how intentional are you with your approach? The vehicles won't magically appear, the sales won't close themselves, but if you're committed to learning, refining, and hustling, there's no limit to how far you can take this. Remember, it's not just about the cars. It's about the connections you make, the problems you solve, and the value you bring. Now the rest is up to you.